What if the seemingly insignificant choices made right now could be quietly reshaping the entire world, not just for years, but for generations? What if the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil could truly unleash a hurricane in Texas? This isn't just a philosophical musing, it's a profound scientific reality. Tonight, Verinos invites you to dive deep into the ripple effect, the invisible force connecting everything. Understanding it will fundamentally change how you perceive life, impact, and the universe itself. Prepare to have your mind rippled. So, what is the ripple effect? At its core, it's the phenomenon where an initial disturbance, no matter how small, propagates outwards, causing a chain of subsequent events. Imagine dropping a pebble into a pond. The impact creates waves that spread, diminishing in intensity but reaching far beyond the initial point of contact. This isn't just a principle of physics, it's a universal law governing everything, from ecosystems to human societies, from quantum particles to cosmic events. But we're not just talking about direct, obvious connections. The true marvel of the ripple effect lies in its often hidden, indirect, and exponentially complex nature. The scientific backbone of the ripple effect primarily rests on two major fields: chaos theory and complexity science. Chaos theory, for instance, isn't about randomness. It's about systems that are exquisitely sensitive to initial conditions. This is where the famous butterfly effect originates. In 1972, meteorologist Edward Lorenz, a pioneer of chaos theory, presented a groundbreaking paper. Its title, Predictability: Does the Flap of a Butterfly's Wings in Brazil Set Off a Tornado in Texas? He wasn't suggesting a direct causal link, but rather illustrating how tiny, unmeasurable differences in atmospheric pressure could, over time, amplify into large-scale weather phenomena. This sensitivity means that predicting long-term outcomes in chaotic systems, like global weather patterns or even stock markets, becomes incredibly difficult, if not impossible, beyond a certain horizon. Yet it profoundly demonstrates how one small input can have disproportionately large, unforeseen consequences. Then we have complexity science. This field explores how individual components of a system interact and self-organize to produce collective behaviors that are often more than the sum of their parts. Think of an ant colony, a bustling city, or even the human brain. Each ant, each person, each neuron follows simple rules, but their collective interactions create incredibly complex, emergent patterns. A key concept here is network theory. When you have interconnected nodes, whether they're people, computers, or even species in an ecosystem, a change in one node can cascade through the entire network. Studies by researchers like Albert Laszlo Barabasi and his work on scale-free networks have shown how certain hubs within these networks can have an outsized influence, amplifying ripples exponentially across vast systems. Now, let's move beyond the theory and witness the ripple effect in action across diverse domains. One of the most stunning examples comes from Ecology, the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park in 1995. Before the wolves, elk populations had boomed, severely overgrazing vegetation, especially along riverbanks. This led to soil erosion and damaged river ecosystems. When the wolves returned, they hunted the elk, changing their grazing patterns. The vegetation recovered, stabilizing riverbanks, which in turn changed the course of rivers, creating new habitats for beavers and fish. The beavers built dams, further altering the landscape and supporting more species. This single intervention, bringing back a predator, transformed an entire ecosystem, showcasing a profound ecological ripple. This meticulously documented phenomenon is widely cited in ecological studies. In 2021, the container ship Evergiven got stuck in the Suez Canal for just 6 days. A seemingly isolated incident, right? Wrong. That single blockage created a massive ripple through global supply chains. Factories thousands of miles away ran out of parts, leading to production halts. Consumer goods were delayed, impacting retailers. Shipping costs skyrocketed. The initial incident was small, but its ripples were felt in nearly every household and industry worldwide, starkly highlighting the interconnectedness of our global economy. The ripple effect isn't just about natural systems, it's profoundly human. Consider the bystander effect, a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. A small hesitation, a glance around, can ripple through a group, leading to inaction. Conversely, think about the pay-it-forward concept. A single act of kindness, buying coffee for the person behind you, can inspire that person to do something good for someone else, creating a positive chain reaction that spreads far beyond the initial gesture. Research on social contagion by scholars like Nicholas Christakis and James Fowler has demonstrated how behaviors, ideas, and even emotions can spread through social networks akin to ripples in a pond. The implications of the ripple effect are staggering. It means every action has a consequence, often unforeseen. Your choices, no matter how small, contribute to a larger tapestry of events. Littering a single plastic bottle might seem minor, but it's a ripple in the vast ocean of plastic pollution. Small changes can lead to big impacts. This is empowering. A new habit, a small investment in learning, a shift in perspective. These can initiate powerful positive ripples in your life and the lives of others. Interconnectedness is fundamental. We are not isolated entities. Our lives, economies, and environments are intricately linked. Understanding this fosters empathy, responsibility, and a holistic worldview. Prediction is limited. Influence is vast. While true long-term prediction in complex systems is often impossible, our capacity to initiate positive ripples remains immense. This understanding isn't about inducing paralysis or fear of every decision. It's about cultivating a profound awareness. It's about recognizing that our seemingly small contributions, whether in our communities, our families, or even our daily online interactions, are not isolated. They are echoes, reverberating through time and space. So, how do we harness this profound truth? How do we leverage the ripple effect for good? 1. Conscious living. Be mindful of your actions, words, and even thoughts. Understand that they have energetic and practical consequences. 2. Positive initiation. Start with a single positive action. Want to see more kindness in the world? Be the first to offer it. Want to see less waste? Start by reducing your own. 3. Support and amplify. When you see a positive ripple beginning, whether it's a local community initiative or a global movement, lend your support. Help amplify that wave. 4. Embrace learning and adaptability. The world is constantly rippling. Stay open to new information, adapt to change, and understand that solutions are rarely static. Imagine a world where everyone understood this principle, where every individual recognized their innate power to generate positive ripples. That's a world built on profound connection and collective responsibility. The ripple effect is not just a scientific concept, it's a fundamental law of existence. From the smallest subatomic particle to the grandest galaxy, everything is connected, and every action sends out its unique vibration. So the next time you drop a stone into a pond or make a seemingly small decision, remember, you're not just creating a splash, you're initiating a cascade, a ripple that will echo far beyond your sight. The question isn't if you're creating ripples, but what kind of ripples you choose to create. If this exploration of the ripple effect resonated with you, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who needs to see it, and most importantly, subscribe to Veranos for more deep dives into the hidden truths that shape our world. Let's keep unveiling the mysteries together.